Easy to dream a dream, though it's harder to live. They gon' love me for my ambition.
Hey YouTube, in this video I'll be talking to you about my first 5 months as an eGrad ER nurse and my RN to BSN program progress. So I started as an ER nurse February of this year, started off on the floor as an eGrad, and I precepted for about 8 weeks with the same preceptor. I had the same preceptor, but every once in a while I would have a different preceptor if she had to call off or whatever the situation was. And despite getting like different preceptors here and there, I actually still appreciated and valued it because I noticed that I was learning either a more effective way to carry out a task, or I was learning a little bit more just based on their own experience. So that was still pretty nice. I had the option to ask for 2 more weeks of preceptorship if I felt like I needed it, but I didn't, so I just stuck with the 8 weeks, and then I was on my own on the floor. My hospital is a very small hospital in a rural city. I don't think it's any more than about 120 beds, and that's throughout the whole hospital, including all the departments from ER, labor and delivery, postpartum, surgical, OR, medical, tele. Basically, that's about it. So it's pretty small. And then we also don't have a lot of resources. We don't have trauma team. We don't have a designated rapid response team because the ER at my hospital is essentially the rapid response team. So every shift we will have 1 ER nurse and 1 ER tech assigned. And anytime a rapid is called anywhere in the hospital, those 2 people have to respond. Additional people do respond, like department managers, respiratory lab, radiology, things like that. Especially ICU, an ICU nurse will come down as well. But essentially, ER is mostly running the show, and we have an ER doctor go up as well. So that's been nice. I've had some experience with rapid. I've been on the rapid response team within the past 5 months, and the first couple of times I went with a more experienced nurse, and then the last few times I've gone, I've been by myself, and I've actually been very confident and open with my own skills and education and knowledge because I feel like I've been like rocking it, and I've been getting compliments, for example, my manager, typically she always responds to every rapid, and she said that she's been very proud. So I'm actually very happy that, I haven't disappointed anyone, or I haven't, made a fool of myself just yet. I've also had the opportunity to see what our flight nurse, well, not our flight nurses, but we have 2 helipads. So despite not having trauma or, other resources, we still get traumas because, evidently living in a rural area, trauma still have to go somewhere as close as possible to get whatever resources they can get before they're airlifted to a more higher level hospital that has trauma resources, things like that. So I've had the opportunity to actually work on trauma and see what flight nurses do when they do end up coming to transport patients. And I think sometime later down the road I want to be a flight nurse, maybe in the next 3 to 5 years. I have this cool little, you can see it, but this cool little pin is by Mercy Air, and I feel like it's just really, I don't know, I just feel like it's a path that I want to take, and I'm excited because I want to, go on mock runs pretty soon, and just get to shadow, really get my feet wet, in the field, just see if it's really for me. But I feel like that's my next path. That's how the first 5 months have been going. I've had ICU patients, I've had motor vehicle accident patients, I've had gunshot wound patients, I've had all kinds of patients. So it's been pretty rewarding, and the experience itself, as well as, assisting others and, trying to do the best you can under these scary situations. As far as my RN to BSN program, I feel like I've wasted a lot of time. It might not really be a lot of time, but I just feel like I wasted a lot of time. So I'll start with where I was first originally going. So I was originally enrolled at a Cal State University online, and I started January, which was, the first month after I finished actual RN school. And I started online. I was very excited. I was just not, the program itself, I feel like it just wasn't for me. There's just the formatting, and, it was just too overwhelming. There's too much going on. And I don't mean too much going on in my personal life. I just mean too much going on with the program. I just feel like it was just doing too much with it. So I ended up withdrawing, and I took a month off, I think, before looking into another school. And then I found out about Western Governors, and I was thinking maybe I can go to this school because I liked how, they emphasize, a program at your pace, you know, at a cost that's reasonable, you know, that's affordable. So I signed up, I got an enrollment advisor, and then after I got that enrollment advisor, I ended up getting another enrollment advisor. And this enrollment advisor, at first I thought she was really, you know, dedicated, and I felt like she knew her stuff, and, you know, was excited to work with her. But as the weeks started rolling by, I just noticed something was like a little bit off, like just things she was saying weren't making sense to me. I felt like my start date kept getting pushed, and I was just frustrated. According to this enrollment advisor, what's so critical about starting this month? You know, I have a better idea. You should start, you know, so many months in advance. At that point, I was done with WGU. I was like, this isn't for me. And then plus also, like, later on, like in my future, like, I don't know if I'm going to want to go on for CRNA school or something. Granted, I know you need to have ICU experience to do that. I don't know if I'll end up, you know, going down that road so many years from now. So I don't want to really limit myself, because WGU does have a non-traditional grading system, and it's pass or no pass, which can, you know, make your GPA take a hit depending on what kind of, you know, educational route you want to take. So I just decided to play it safe and then bounce back to another university that utilizes a traditional grading system. And that university ended up being Azusa Pacific University. They had like some type of enrollment agreement with my school where I would get like some scholarship discount where they would take like so much money off the tuition. So I feel like that was nice. It's very doable. You take 2 classes per semester, and it's literally 1 class at a time. And I feel like that's amazing. Like, that's perfect for me. Like, it's not doing too much. I can still focus on, you know, getting my education, working, family, without, you know, being overwhelmed with, you know, trying to like get this degree at a certain speed. So thanks for watching this video. If you guys have any other questions, leave it in a comment below. I'll probably be dropping more videos pretty soon, mostly about my progress with the RN to BSN program and about my experience in the ER as a nurse. So thank you so much, you guys, for watching.